The wind howled against the cliffside, carrying with it a low, almost inaudible hum. At first, it sounded like the ordinary groaning of rock and sea. But if one listened closely, the hum was deliberate, patterned like a chant. On the jagged edge of the cliff, 3 towering figures stood motionless. Their bodies were unnaturally thin, their silhouettes sharp against the silver light of the full moon. Each wore a crescent-shaped headdress, glowing faintly, as though carved from the moon itself. Beneath them, scattered across the rocky shore, a group of humans stared upward with glassy eyes. Their chests rose and fell in unison, their mouths slightly open, as if breathing with one shared lung. They did not blink, they did not move, they only gazed. At first, I thought I had stumbled upon some ritual. I had followed the strange lights from the village, the lanterns that never flickered, the singing that never stopped. But what I saw on the cliff was not human devotion. It was control. I crouched behind a cluster of stones, my heart pounding. The tallest figure raised an arm, and instantly the hypnotized crowd below shifted their heads in the same direction. The beings spoke no words, but the air vibrated as if filled with invisible strings being plucked. One of the humans, a young man no older than 20, broke from the group. His body moved stiffly, like a puppet dragged forward. He climbed, step by step, toward the cliff's edge. The crowd did not react. They only kept staring. The young man reached the summit, standing before the 3 beings. The towelist lowered its arms. Slowly, the man extended his hands outward, palms up, waiting, expecting. That's when I saw it. Thin, black veins creeping across his skin, pulsing like liquid shadows. The shortest of the figures leaned down, pressing its crescent-shaped crown against the man's forehead. The veins spread instantly, racing across his face, swallowing his eyes until they were nothing but hollow black pools. The man did not scream. He smiled, and then he turned toward the others. Panic surged through me. I tried to crawl back, but loose gravel crunched beneath my hands. The sound was small, but in the suffocating silence, it was deafening. 3 heads snapped in my direction. Even from the distance, I could feel their gaze, cold, invasive, peeling back layers of thought. My vision blurred, and for a moment I forgot why I was even hiding. The moonlight seemed to grow brighter, washing everything in blinding white. My legs refused to move. I clenched my teeth and forced myself to focus on the edge of the cliff, on the drop, on anything but their eyes. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I remembered the old stories' warnings, whispered by elders about the crescents of the deep sky, beings that feed not on flesh, but on devotion. They thrive on surrender, and I was about to surrender. The hypnotized Mano, the transformed vessel, began walking down toward the others, his movements eerily fluid now. Wherever his eyes landed, more people stiffened, their bodies trembling as if strings were tightening around their bones. One by one, they began to change. I knew I had seconds. Either I ran or I became theirs. The figures stepped closer to the cliff's edge. Their headdresses glowed brighter, bending moonlight itself. The hum grew louder, resonating inside my chest, shaking my ribs. I bolted. Every stone, every shadow seemed to reach for me as I ran. The chanting rose into a deafening roar, not from the beings, but from inside my skull. My vision flickered white, black, until I could no longer tell if I was running on earth or falling through the sky. I don't remember how I escaped, only that when I collapsed outside the village, the sun was rising. The chanting was gone. The cliff was silent. But in the corner of my eye, in every reflection, I still see them 3 tall silhouettes crowned in crescents, waiting, patient, watching. And I know one day soon I'll look up at the moon and won't be able to look away.